What's up, all my Ewok trolls, droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also that Star Wars girl. And for those of you that are new here, you guys probably don't know this about me, but I am a Henry Cavill super simp. I absolutely adore Henry. I, love him as Superman. I loved him as The Witcher. And, he's such a nice, genuine person that truly cares about the characters that he plays and like the lore and the universes of, that these characters are in. And Hollywood just completely doesn't care of, what a gem he is. And they treat him like absolute trash, which is why he left The Witcher, because Henry, obviously, he fought to play Geralt. He took a huge pay cut. I mean, this is the man that played Superman, right? Going from being an A-list celebrity, like in multi-million-dollar movies, to a Netflix TV show. He didn't do that for the money. He did that out of love for the character, and he wanted to play Geralt. And there's plenty of interviews where he, talks about how the second he heard that this was going to be a show, he was calling every single day to get that part. It had nothing to do with money, had nothing to do with clout or anything that, a lot of actors or actresses try to do roles for nowadays. He just wanted to play Geralt because he loved the character and he loved playing the Witcher games and he loved the books. And they treated him like absolute shit, and they turned the show into woke trash that was just trying to shove feminist woke ideologies on everyone. And it's like, what the hell is this? And it's very clear that none of them cared about the source material or the IP. And so Henry left. Finally, he got fed up with it and he left, which I don't blame him. And of course, these women can't take responsibility for their actions and their failures. So they conveniently leaked. Oh, this is like a conversation that happened between the showrunners where they were basically saying, oh, Henry was mean and Henry would rewrite it and Henry was difficult to work with. So they were trying to blame the failure of the show on Henry instead of taking responsibility for their own actions. And this was all over Twitter. My previous video was all about that. You guys can go and watch that. I'd highly recommend it. You guys can see me rant about all of this. It is linked down below in the description. So go check that out if you haven't already. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a very special case, a very special Karen that was blowing up Twitter, going on and on about how terrible Henry was and bringing up Me Too stuff and Gina Carano and just how he's a bad guy. And then it's like, oh, but you used to be into him. Isn't that funny? So I'm going to be going over all of that. So let's get it pulled up. Okay, everyone. So I have Twitter pulled up. Also, everything I'm going to show you is going to be linked down below in the description of this video. We're going to watch some Karens have a freaking meltdown today. So this chick did this whole tweet thread, which she has now deleted and blocked and privated her entire account because she didn't read the disclaimer on my Twitter, which is, don't at me, bro, unless you're prepared to deal with the wrath of the Hobbit, which she obviously was not. But so this is part of the tweet thread, but she says this. So when people are like, oh, he quit because the writers don't respect the lore, shut the fuck up. They love that series, and he was allegedly working against them. And it's like, oh my God, you dummy. And I said this, I've been saying this more often. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it a little bit better. But it's like, the ability to speak doesn't make you intelligent. And no, they didn't love the show. They didn't love the IP. They liked utilizing it to try to milk the fan base, to shove down their woke ideological bullshit down their throats. And people said no. People were only watching for Henry. Nobody gives two shits about the show anymore. Everyone is pissed and nobody cares about their little spin-off show, and that's why they're losing their mind, because they lost the one draw that the reason why people were watching the show was 100% off of Henry, and they were using him for clout. And so then here's another one. She's just like, praying for any woman who have to work with him on Warhammer. Broken heart. Now, take that in mind, because this is going to be important later. Remember, she's so heartbroken for all of the women that have to work with Henry. Oh my God, smallest violin in the world for you women that have to work with Superman. Oh my God. Oh my God, how terrible. How terrible. And okay, so she went and deleted everything, but here we go. Henry Cavill got gamer red pilled and became impossible to work with. The female showrunner for The Witcher and many female employees were treated like garbage and also made producing the show impossible. Okay, what about, it's funny that you say he treated them like garbage. You mean so he tried to fix the show? You mean he tried to do their work for them? He actually did things that, weren't in his job description to try to make the show the best it could possibly be. And even when, the showrunner, Lauren, what's her face, she talked about how she was going to make Roach's death like comical, and he said absolutely not. This is not this is not what would happen. You can't do that. He wrote it, and in her own words, she said that he was right and that was the best scene in the entire season. Oh my gosh, it's almost as if he was trying to help. I used this analogy in my last video. It's like he sees the Titanic going towards the iceberg, and he is doing everything in his power to turn that wheel to rear it so that way it will not hit the iceberg. And they didn't care, and now he's gone, and it's like, I don't freaking blame him. So don't give this, oh my God, he was so mean to the women. They used him like a prop. They didn't care. They didn't care about this IP. They don't give two shits about The Witcher. They just want to use it to push their woke bullshit. But people like this chick don't care. So it's like, you can't really reason with the Karen. I just think it's funny calling out their bullshit. So remember, this is the chick that's like, oh, heartbroken for any woman that has to work with him, right? Okay, here's the hypocrisy. This is the same woman that's tweeting this. My sexuality is scruffy Henry Cavill being gentle with his pet bat. So this is a chick that was like thirsting after fucking Henry Cavill. And now she's like, oh, well, that doesn't fit with the woke feminist agenda. So let me turn on him. Let me go full woke Karen cunt and go off on Henry. And here I have even more of this. So look, so there's her talking about the sexuality and all that aspect of it. And then let me continue. Okay. So when people are like, oh, he quit because the writers didn't respect the lore. Shut the fuck up. They loved that series and he was allegedly working against them. Considering he dates weirdly young women and weird comments about #MeToo, this does not come as a shock. You know what, Karen? Here's the thing. I don't blame any guy that says he's worried about dating women because of dumb fucking cunts like you. He doesn't want to go from a woman that is drooling over him like 1 minute and then the next minute is like, oh, let's cancel him. Oh, he went against our woke agenda. Let's go from thirsting after him and talking about him in his sweater and even more thirst tweets to all of a sudden cancel him. He's a terrible person. Ray! Me too. He's dating adults. Oh my God, have you never heard of age gaps in people that are dating? It's crazy. And oh my gosh, he's 30 and he's dating a girl that's 19. Oh my God, how fucking terrible. How terrible. He's dating a legal adult and he is a legal adult and they were in a consenting relationship. And but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Karen. They didn't get your approval. They didn't get the okay for you to for you to date him. Or for them to date each other. Oh, but it's okay. Like you're saying he made creepy comments or made comments, questionable comments about Me Too, yet you're over here posting thirst tweets about his sweater. So it's okay for you to thirst after a complete stranger. But think about this. If a man did that, you'd be like, oh my God, he's a creep. Oh my God, misogynist. But it's okay when you do it, which I think is kind of funny considering like when you actually look at this Karen's like account and then her Instagram, it's all like pride shit. It's pride. It's like you turn. It's funny how people utilize little things just to fit in the woke agenda. So that's exactly what it is here. And so she got mad at the fact that I found this and I posted the screenshots. She had a little meltdown on Twitter and block. It's like I say right here, I'm like, I caught this bitch lying in 4K and I posted the receipts and it's block. But that doesn't end there. It doesn't end there, guys. She got so triggered that I caught her lying in 4K and then she blocked me. She continued to talk shit about me from behind a block button. And this is something that drives me crazy. I can't stand it when people don't capitalize the word, the word I, the letter I. Your phone automatically does it. It's not that difficult, but I guess for Karen it is. So Karen says, I see and she censors the word Comicsgate. The Comicsgate weirdos don't like that I quote quote tweeted a rumor. No, she didn't quote tweet a rumor. She brought in the she brought in the Me Too stuff and then was bringing up him dating someone that was younger than him. Oh my God, how terrible. I wonder what she's going to do when she finds out like about Clint Eastwood or like Tom Cruise or any of the men in Hollywood that have dated younger women. It's absolutely crazy. But no, that they're okay because right now they don't have a woke target on their back. But it's Henry that has it on his back right now. So that's the worst thing about him. Is that he dated a girl that was 19, a legal adult when he was in his 30s. How fucking terrible. Oh my God, he's the embodiment of all evil. He's never beaten anyone like Amber Heard did to Johnny Depp. He's never sexually assaulted anyone. He's never, committed, a perjury or a terrible crime. The crime that he committed, guys, is that he cares about his work and he cares about his job and he cares about the character he plays. Oh my God, how terrible. How terrible. What a terrible man. Oh my God, call the church elders. Everyone get together and get your pitchforks. Oh my God. He cares about doing a good job. What a terrible, terrible man. Oh my God. And he likes video games and he likes dogs and everybody loves him and he played Superman and he was playing The Witcher. And oh my gosh, he cared so much about his character that he did, other people's work for them. He did the research for them. He wrote the script for them. How terrible. What a terrible man. That's all that's his crime. That's his crime. But Karens don't care about that. So yeah, she got mad that I pointed all this shit out and she started, bitching about me from behind a block button. And then look at this. Your only brand is a targeted harassment, I see. And it's like, bitch, you sent the entire internet after Henry Cavill. You went on this whole little bitch fit spurg about Henry Cavill and trying to, say Me Too shit and then trying to Me Too him yourself. Oh, but me defending him and proving the fact that you are a fucking lying hypocrite in 4K, that's a targeted harassment campaign. No, Karen, I'm sorry. You don't know the definition of targeted harassment. You are a fucking idiot. And I mean, again, I caught you lying in 4K, bitch. These people, man, these fucking people, they never cease to amaze me with their stupidity. It blows my mind. And I've said this time and time again. If you guys are familiar with my channel, then you know this. If breathing wasn't a reflex, so many people would be dead. And it blows my mind because that's all this is. These people, they just put a target on their back and they just attack. They attack. They love them one day. Like when Henry's in a bath all soapy and steamy and sweaty and muscly, they love him. And I showed you guys that. He's in a freaking bat cage with like a sweater and he's petting some bats at a zoo. And all of a sudden she's like, oh my God, that's my sexuality is Henry Cavill. But that doesn't fit with the woke narrative and the woke agenda. So now all of a sudden she's got pride flags and everything. She's dating a chick and she's talking shit about Henry and trying to, not Me Too him, but to insinuate that he's a shady guy and that he's mean to women and that he's hard to work with. Have you ever fucking worked with women? They are conniving, like little schemy little cunts most of the time. It is so hard to work with some women because they will backstab you. Whereas sometimes with men, you don't really get that. They're very straightforward. And as long as you can take criticism and as long as you understand that most men are blunt and they're not two-faced cunts like women are, then you can navigate the work field. But no, women are two-faced cunts. They probably all loved Henry. They loved the scene of him in the bath. They loved watching him with his muscles put on the armor and fight with the swords. But then the second he's like, oh, we need to make changes, they all probably hated him. They all probably like talk shit about him, but they all want to fuck him, and that's the reality of the situation. Then they get mad because he leaves the show because he's done putting up with their bullshit, and all of a sudden now he's the worst, even though last week they're like, we miss him, we want him to stay, we love Henry. So it's like, some women just don't like getting called out on their bullshit. And I showed you guys that in this video. Karen lost her fucking mind when I caught her lying in 4K. But you guys like it and you guys find it amusing. At least I hope so. And I mean, This whole thing with Henry, they have been trying for years to try to cancel him. And at this point, he's uncancelable, in my opinion, because he doesn't do anything wrong. His only crime is that he cares about his job. How fucking terrible. And, you know, woke bitches, they can't stand that shit because they have absolutely no talent and no work ethic at all, and it shows. But anyways, everyone, I've talked about this long enough. Let me know what you think about all of this down below in the comment section. If you guys liked this video, please smash the like button. If you didn't, that's okay too. Thank you so much for watching this far through. If you guys haven't yet, take a minute, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Make sure that that bell is set to all. That way you actually get notifications when I post videos and when I do live streams. And until next time, guys, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.
Also, guys, I have a Twitch channel where I play video games like Elden Ring and KOTOR, as well as an Instagram where I post photos from my recent cosplay escapades. If you guys aren't following me on either of those, go do so now. The link is in the description of this video. And just in case if you guys are interested in my art, I have an art Instagram as well where I post all of the time-lapse videos from my recent project, the Eye project, as well as other projects that I've worked on if you scroll down further. And if you're interested in purchasing some prints of my art or stickers or bookmarks and stuff like that, any kind of merchandise that I make based on the stuff that I paint, you guys can go over to my Etsy. It's the Art of Anna TSWG. Everything again that I've showed you will be linked down below in the description of this video. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.